AgriScience Labs has been in business for just a few years, but AgriScience was formed to roll up two other labs, Terra Healthcare Labs and CMT Laboratories. And between those two labs, we go back to 2011 in testing cannabis. We've had a cannabis testing license for longer than anyone in the industry, in fact. It really is a fun place because people have been here so long and they know so much about the plant. They're passionate about both science and cannabis.
So an example of what we do is called solid liquid extraction. It's very similar to making coffee in the morning. And we extract the cannabinoids from solids into a liquid, and we separate the components of that liquid on our instruments. When we measure potency, we extract the cannabinoids and shoot them onto a column, and it produces a spectrum, a chromatogram. And that spectrum tells us how much you have in that sample and what the identity of the cannabinoids are that's in that sample. So that's potency in a nutshell.
The everyday occurrences are just the rate of change. It is so fast, prices up, prices down, testing regulations, you might come in and they change regulations. You have to be really quick on your feet to survive in this industry anywhere, whether you're a grower, a manufacturer, a lab.
Testing standards for cannabis are long overdue. Every other industry that has testing labs in the United States has testing standards, and for the integrity of the results, it's important to operate off of one standard set of conditions. Bad testing standards impact cannabis consumer because the results can vary from laboratory to laboratory. And if one laboratory does not test the same way that another laboratory does, occasionally, even under identical circumstances, we can produce different results.
Our business is really so impacted by regulations. In fact, it was originally formed by regulations because people had to test. We've been living under state regulations for so long, and now it's shifted to the federal level. Descheduling and legalization, and then a huge challenge in harmonization of federal and state regulations. All of these laws and regulations are going to have a massive effect on us. It essentially is how it's the air we breathe. It's really a challenge. So it's important that NCIA has been huge there, plus just finding out what's going on, getting the status. That's really important for our planning.